That'll be better. Turn it on. I did that last time. I don't know. I think we're a bit dark, aren't we? It's a bit. Can you see me? I don't know. Maybe I'll put big light on me. Are we too loud? Are we topping out? I'll tell you what, this mic sounds fabulous if you get it set right, especially when you've got a bit of lurgy. So you can get the full-on voice. Go, oh, good evening. How are you? They've just updated OBS, and I don't know if it's turned it up. We're just clicking over into the red, so it should be about right. Good evening, John Paul Glasgow. Are you the only person here? What do you expect, eh? Hang on. Oh, God, that's a bit bright now, isn't it? I've been sat here editing with that light on. Hang on. Give it a chance to sort it out. It's upset itself. I don't know what I've done there. Hang on. I'll turn the light back off. I don't know. It looks a bit dark from here, to be honest. Good, thank you. At least I'm not clipping out. That's the main thing. So I just thought I'd come on and cough all over you, because why should I have it and you haven't? I just thought I'd pop on. I've been on for a while. Susan at just after 11, so we'll get nearly an hour. Oh dear, excuse me. I've had a red hot pizza today to try and get rid of this bloody lurgy. But it's not good. That light there, that one, there. That light there, Lou bought me ages ago. And I couldn't really, it upset the camera really. It's still a bit bright on the R, isn't it really? And anyway, I've just plugged it into one of them power banks and it comes on. So I thought I'd use it. I could do with some of those. I need to look up on how you use those other lamps, you know, where they all have them all shining up at the back and they look really smart. I need to go into that and find out how you do it and how expensive it is and what you need to do. I need another extension lead though, really, because I've about run out of plugs. I bought what they call the Tower of Power about 3 or 4 years ago. And it's surprising the amount of plugs you need. You need one for the audio box, one for each bloody monitor, one for the speakers, one for the computer. And what is it? It's about 12, and I think there's one spare, what I use to charge the drone up with, or anything else that's there. Originally when it came, it got 4 USB ports in the side of it. And they've gradually stopped working, to be honest. So that's that. So let's have a bit of a buffet. Same. Was I on this last night? I think I wicked it up in the after show. This is the beautiful Danny Mini that I bought off the beautiful Mr. Hinchliffe, which is in amazing condition, like everything else. I can imagine going in Paul's house and being able to eat your dinner off the floor. It's if you buy anything off Paul Hinchliffe, it's absolutely. You must sterilise it before you get it. And the I can't remember what the tank's called. I got it off the lovely Mr. Waits, who again, it was just the same. The packaging came with the original sleeve over the top. What a guy. And in that, to commemorate the relaunch of the Onks, or the relaunch of Fluid, I've got some Onyx in there from Concentrate with the worst label ever. Mr. Pugs won't like that one. Looks like it's been screen printed. I think it got past the printer, to be honest. I've just finished the last one on my other channel of the 30-day challenge, so I fancied coming in and having a vape, to be honest. I've been drone flying today in a place called Dracos, which isn't far away from here. And they've got narrowboats parked up, and so I've had to fly over the top of them and in the canal. And I got really near to a tunnel that was going under, but there's a lot of trees about hanging down, and so I got a bit worried about that, so I stopped. I didn't want to end it, I didn't want to end up fetching that one out of the bloody canal, to be honest, because they get a bit expensive. Also, this is like, I just vape these all day, every day. I've actually got 4 batteries and 4 tanks, just the same. But the batteries, the tanks, I think 2 black and 2 silver, I think I've got. And in that, you can tell I've got the lurgy. I've got some honks. And also, I've got this. Which one's this one? The Pro, isn't it? And in that, I've got some monks. So I've got a full range of juices tonight, if you like anything from fluid, because it's all called Onyx. But when you've got some sort of throaty thing, you need something with a good, strong flavour, so that's why I went for that. These aren't bad, are they, really? Seems to last for a long time. It doesn't tell you what wattage it is, though, but I think it organises itself. I've been vaping this in the cab a little bit this week, because it's just a bit easier. I think I've took the other one back downstairs. I've got one of them other Vaporesso ones with the 6mm tank on the top that they sent out for review ages ago. I've got two of them. Is it the Pro or something? I've got that. And I always vape that when I go walking, or I took it on holiday with me, and it's still on the same pod. So it's been in a month. And I used it when I went down the beach because it saves taking anything to get sand in. And perfect thing. I'm going to take it when I go next week. So I'm not sure if we're going to get anybody else in. Just on the impeachment. Are you getting ready to purchase again? Presumably it's going to get launched soon. I'm just pleased for the lads. It's just one of them things. Hopefully they might even take Licious on as well. That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? See if we can do any good with that. So I went out for a walk today. Nicky Maynard, how you doing, Dave? I went out for a walk today, and I shouldn't have done really. I was flying my drone. I thought I'll just have a walk up here and a quick film, you know what I mean? And by the time I got back, I wasn't in a very good state, to be honest. I've got lungs full of things you're not supposed to have, and I felt that bloody dog doodah by the time I got home. So Lou's been round, and I ordered a pizza with jalapenos on to make sure it was nice and hot. I thought I'll sweat it out of myself. This was the point when I used to be a boozer, that I'd drink 3/4 of a bottle of scotch and sweat it out that way, but that's not an option anymore. So we're just on the Diet Coke, but it doesn't really taste a bit. It does feel a bit like the C word, you know what I mean? Hopefully it'll bugger off in the next few days anyway, because I'm going to wait. You got them all, but you probably I've got some, to be honest. I've got some with no nick in that Nick gave me last year. I don't vape big bottles a lot, to be honest. I tend to go on the mouth to lung stuff now. Before Sue changed jobs, I'd sit up here and have a chug on the thing. But I've got so now, even if I'm sat in the front room, I just mouth to lung really, because you start sitting there with a bloody great mech or something. I've actually put everything away. I put it in a drawer now. That's as far as it's going. But I've ordered a picture to go up the back here. I've actually just put that one there for something to put there. That belongs over there. The one with that's a famous photograph from the miners' strike. The guy on the right-hand side, you can't really see it because it's not bright enough, but the guy on the right-hand side wasn't a police officer, he was a miner. Sadly, he's no longer with us. But I actually looked into that because it's a bit of an iconic photo from the miners' strike. And the two coppers, one of them now is a security guard, like close personal, or he was when I watched the interview in somewhere like South Africa, and I can't remember who the other guy was. But the guy with the plastic policeman's helmet on that side was well known as a bit of a joker, but he was just he wasn't just a miner, he was a miner. Ah, right, you got 200 mil of them all. Ah, right, yeah. Yeah, I can't remember what I've got, to be honest. I've got we're doing the reviewing and that. You end up getting lots and lots and lots of them. So I've got a fair selection. And the ones I ain't got for review, I didn't put nicotine in. I've got 40 bottles that came from QA Vaping, which was when they did that thing for Louise. But obviously now, you don't know what's going to go on. And, I'm going to have a supply for many, many months, many years to come, I would have thought. Because, one of them, it's all right sort of thinking, oh, well, he might enjoy that. But if you give that away, it will be like 60 or 70 quid this time next year, probably. So you might as well just sort of buckle up and keep everything, don't you, really? I've got some that we got from the Vape Expo. A Korean company gave me and Benny some as we were leaving, and I've still got it not nicked up. Net Reality, how you doing? Is oh yeah, jump on, let's go. And Walking with Mick. It's TLNVS, I'll have you know. But did I go right on the? Did I go? Which one am I on? I know which stream key it was anyway, so I thought I'd just pop in here and say hello to everybody. So I said I've finished my challenge now. I've done a video every day for 30 days. But someday, like on a Sunday, a couple of Sundays I missed it, so I did 2 on the Monday, so I've got them all caught up now. So I should be absolutely trained up now to take on the world. By this time next year, I'll have 422 subscribers probably on that channel. Somebody's cleared off from this one. We've lost one, 1,400 and something on this one. That's what happens when you get cancelled. People clear off and leave you like rats from a sinking ship. I ain't got a lot of taste, I'll be honest. Onyx is a very, very strong liquid, and it's not giving me much, to be honest. I'll be pleased when it buggers off, because it's a sleeping thing at night where you have to lay awake coughing all night. It drives you mad. But there we are. That's my story. Tell me about yourselves. I presume what you call him's gone off, hasn't he? He comes on at 8:30, so I thought I'd be away by about 10, so I'll come on then. I nearly went live on my other channel, but Cloud Chucker, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. I nearly went live on the other channel, but I thought, no, not this time. We're not getting anybody in. That's the only trouble when you go to a channel where you haven't built your community yet. You can sometimes end up talking to yourself. That's why I go live in the vertical mode, because at least it attracts some people, although sometimes you just get idiots, which gets on your bloody nerves, to be honest. You do 50. Oh, there you go. 15,000 steps a day, walking with Dave. Get yourself rigged up. Get yourself some serious camera action and go around and tell everybody what you're doing. Be surprised how many people would watch. But who'd have thought when I started that other channel? Who'd have thought that anybody would want to watch a bloke of my age going for a walk? Really? I've been training myself up with the drone. I had it a while. I made a mistake when I first got it. I was watching the guy and he says, when you want to fly your drone, you want to get it up in the air and then take it round like that. Put both your levers to the left or right and bring it round in a swoop, and it's absolutely fantastic and it'll look brilliant. And to be honest, I've been trying that for ages and it's never really helped me. So I went out a few weeks ago and put a video up about it. And I just flew it as normal and just used the joystick to make it go left and right. And the results are far superior. So don't listen to everything you hear on the internet, especially Net Reality. You do 15 or 20 steps a day. I think that's enough. I don't encourage anybody to walk with a cab proprietor. People getting to go, it's only a short journey, so I don't care. It's flag fair, wherever he's going. I don't care if you're going around the corner. You ain't got to explain it to me. I just want to take you home. So unfortunately, Mike, we're not vaping the sand tonight because I couldn't stand it. A bit too powerful. I've got, it's surprising how many things you've accumulated. There was a load on that shelf there, and I've put them all in the, I've got a plastic filing cabinet over here, and I put them all in there. There's just a couple sticking up over there. But what I was thinking was, if you're doing, I've done some reviews for Amazon. This Chinese company got in touch and they said, we'll send you this gear out, can you review it? And I thought, that's nice, because it's good stuff, it's decent gear, like, and we'll give you 7%. We'll give you 7% on what you do. And then they've not paid me and then pulled out of this payment fund thing that they were doing. So that was a bit of a scam. But, I've never got paid for a review anyway. So it was near enough at what they sent, to be really honest. It didn't, the first one took a bit of a long while, but Who'd imagine the Chinese company taking advantage of you and not paying you? I have to vape the sand because I'm a vape god. I'm a vape coffer, that's what I am. I've got it tweaked up. I can't even think what I've got in it now. I've got some flavour craver. They want the drink one. Where is it? This one. This is nice. It's like an energy drink flavour. It smells beautiful as well. They taste like juices from back in the day, but obviously better. It's nice. I can't really put my finger on what it is, but it's just like it just tastes a bit like an energy drink, like a Monster or something like that. I'm definitely a vape god. You noticed everybody's got a bloody spanner on you. That was my drinking days. Oh, look, so-and-so's in, we'll give him a spanner. There's one thing, you can't fall out with each other. You're loving the new recoil. Yeah, it does look good. I don't know if I'm going to get one, though. I fancy one for the Exome, if I'm honest. Green Envy. Yeah, that's nice. I do like that. I was quite surprised. That probably would be a good vape for somebody what's got a cold. There's none about that 5 that I didn't like, to be honest. You're usually out of a range. You usually find something you don't like. Wait until they do short fills. What, the bigger ones? These are short fills, aren't they? Oh, no, the Nixer. Oh, that's right, yeah. Because I had to ask Nick out. And I had to ask Nick how to nick a Nixer. He's the oracle of all things. I bet he thinks, God, what does he want again? He wants to find out how to mix something. Clears the palate, definitely does that, yeah. I tried that on a dripper a few weeks ago, and it was... I got to be... when I first started, I thought, no, this isn't for me. But then I found out when I'd finished the stream, I was still vaping it. Yeah, I might do my... The thing is, I say I'm going away. I mean, my job at the minute's not doing amazing. And you tend to hold on to your shekels, don't you? We were away last month and I knew I was going. We go once a year with the lads. And, we used to go twice a year. And then it's got to once a year. And then what we did then, we've made it into a week instead of 4 days. So, but I don't think anybody's doing amazing at the minute. Can't just, if they put a different thing in, does it come with 2 airflows and then they're on about coming out with a bung to make it single coil properly and some other airflows for single coil vaping? I think that's going to be the next thing that comes out. Ah, right, yeah. I've vaped big stuff for a while, but I mean, I used to vape series and stuff, but I don't think I could do that. Since I got high blood pressure, it seems to warm my brain up if I start with someone that's too hot. When I've got that overpowered that I bought at the Vape Expo, I sold it to Vinny from the vape shop for exactly the same price I bought for it. 3 millimetre and 2.5, yeah. But so they are going to do, from what he said in that introduction video, they are going to do one. Yeah, I like a bit of resistance. There's certain RDAs where I've just got to turn it off that little bit just to give you that. I can't just do with straight air. I need to get some flavour out of it. And it tends to warm it up a little bit if you just have a bit less airflow. So I'd have a go with it. Be all right. But I don't know. I've got the blue... Apparently I need, this is that, what's that bloody tank called that everybody's raving about? And you need a special drip tip for them, the 15 quid. And I looked on Amazon, this guy had got one left. And it's a perfect airflow for that, but I need to buy the other base for it. But they're about 30 odd quid. And you just think, oh, it's all bloody money, isn't it, really? That's it, isn't it? Yeah, I say I agree with you, Nick. I do like to dial a bit of airflow in. I just do need that resistance to get that bit of a thing. Yeah, half open. I mean, I've got some RDAs where there's no resistance whatsoever, and you've nearly got to switch them off. You know, you've got to turn it down to nearly the lowest setting, otherwise there's nothing to pull against, really. It's a bit like this. I mean, I have that set 3/4 shut. If you turn it all the way open, it's just no resistance whatsoever, and it doesn't seem to do it for me at all. I won a thing the other week. Obviously, I'm a member on the Saturday, member on the Saturday show. I did the membership and I did the full one, so you get 3 things. So I didn't realise because I was real busy. I never got a chance to listen to them at all. So I got some melon pompap, which I've tried before. I reviewed ages ago, and that is a really nice liquid. So I won that in the short fill. I won some passion fruit meringue from Disburgo's Unreal range. And I think I've tried that, but I can't remember. And I actually really do like this one, this cranberry and raspberry. I gave that an amazing review because it was right up my street, that. And I think I actually bought some after it was that good, after I'd reviewed it. So you've got 3 of them. Then we got a bit of hardware. So I got the Rebirth RDA. Never tried one of them before. Some classic stuff coming out here, isn't there? That doesn't look a bad one, does it, really? Never tried one of them before. And an RTA called the Kenzai. Is it? Kenzai? I don't know if there's bubble glass in the box. You never know, do you? So I won that as well. In real, that's absolutely really gold, that as well. So we should be fine. Don't know if you've ever tried one of them. You've won 5 in a row on all different shows, so you stopped it. Well, I'm not surprised you have. You've got the topside jewel in the way. I will use the Recoil V3 on top. I'm currently using my Smog mod, Mech Squonker with it. And wanted the regulated squonk mod with easy top fill. Yeah. I've tried. They used to send, obviously when we were reviewing, they were really, they wanted a lot doing. Oh, they didn't want a lot doing. They wanted to send you a lot to do. Which is good for a reviewer, isn't it? And they used to, at one bit, they were releasing a range every week, so you didn't have to get some stuff. You know, you'd just be going on holiday and like, right, I've got everything done, and then all of a sudden another 10 bottles to turn up. Like, oh no, I've got that to do now. So you have to fit that in before you went. 5 in a row. Bloody hell. Anybody else? No, that was it. Done it. Yeah, I've not. So I hadn't really ordered anything. I sort of realised that I've ate more mouth to lung, so I thought I'd always wanted a Danny Mini, you know, and that type of, and a really nice tank. So I bought these, and then I also bought this. That was off Matt as well. That's a nice little mod. That nice little side by side. It's lovely. But I say that more often than not, they're 5,000 mAh. Those eye powers, so they're perfect for taking to work. And if you lost one, they're only 39 quid each. Whereas, like, if you bought that brand new, 200 and something euro. And I don't know how much one of them is, but I bet they're not cheap. Never won any. Oh, never won anything new. I generally don't. That's the second time I've won on the... I won on Jaffs the other week when I was in Spain. But I piffed it to Flavour Creamer because they sent a load of stuff out. And it was a pod device. And I thought, well, it's, you know, when you've been sending stuff out to reviewers and you took a business over, it's nice when somebody's being nice. Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it? Yeah. See, I never liked that. That just wasn't for me, that at all. I just, you know, sometimes it's just nice to give things away, isn't it? You know, rather than have them stood there, you sort of speak to somebody and they're like, oh, I've always wanted one of them. And you can't buy them anymore. And I'm like, well, you have it then. And, you know, it's like if you used to sell vape gear, unless it's sort of fairly high-end stuff, you're never going to get out for it because it was only 30 quid when you bought it. So it's just nice sometimes just to be nice to somebody. Just make somebody else's day for once. That's what I think. I mean, I'm terrible for if I win anything, I just piff it to somebody or tell them to spin again, or, you know, especially when we're reviewing, because you used to think, well, we get enough come through for free. It'd be nice for somebody that maybe ain't got a lot of vape gear to actually get some. But I didn't have any choice in that one. You've got the original V1 topside. I use it daily in my rotation, but yeah, still going strong. Yeah. Yeah, it's just this is a nice tank. Is it GT4 by somebody or other? I mean, that I've had it years. That Dopvo, what they've got, the potentiometer one, the V Summit, and as you can see, it looks like it's brand new. It's never hardly been used, and that is a bloody cracking mod. That really strong vape on it, and that tank just fits on it nice. But again, I can't vape that at the minute either. But I've ended up with a load of bloody tanks all stacked in. I've put some away. I bought this at the expo. And these aren't cheap. They're like 90 quid. And I vaped it about once, I think. Little Mech Squonker from Stuart. I think I bought the RDA there as well. Little 21700. That I only thought it was 2700. This is a decent one. Well, that's as old as the hills, and the plastic started to, you know, with the oil that comes out your hands. These were sold. These were about 150 quid when you bought them, and they're only mass produced, but they made out that they were leather and posh, and you can't leave the batteries in it, otherwise it wrecks your batteries. Basically, it's got a drain on it, so it keeps draining away until it actually ruins the battery. You can't charge them up anymore. So you vape it for an hour, and then you take the batteries out and put them back in the charger. But it's got a setting on it, so you can set it to a real strong cloudy vape, and it's a cracking thing. And it's got the Goon 25 on top with some proper coils, Claptons. It's about 1.5 or 1.6 or something. And it crackles like a bad boy. You're like a blue mod. Jeff is where I got my first win, then Vic, then Benny's, then Pugs, then Craig D. Yeah, we were in Spain, and because we were sat outside, and I listen to more vape shows when I'm away on holiday because, you know, you laid in the sun all day, and then at night time I used to sit there and have a drink, whereas now I don't drink, so I have to literally find something to do, and so I'll sit there and watch vape shows because I enjoy doing it, and so I've got the full Saturday show. I watched all of Jaff's show. I think I watched the Northern Union while I was there as well. And it was Sue does a lot of crosswords, but she does the cryptic ones. So when they put that picture up, and you're supposed to, you know, come up with a witty title, I said to Sue, "Go on, give the title for that," and they loved it because I've got no idea. Ginger Bearded Vape God's just the same as me. He just says what he sees, and it's, you know, it's not ever funny. You've got a mini Kadam in green, Stabwood. All right. All you do is watch vape shows, yeah. I do. Sometimes, like on a quiet night in the cab, I'll listen to them. I can't listen to the Saturday show very often because I work on my own and we answer the calls in the car. So you've got to keep your head on. And I found out if I get that in one ear, I forget where people want picking up from and all sorts of things. So I have to, if it's busy, I have to sort of make a stand and don't listen. But, sometimes I do. Just depends how quiet it is. That's because I have to forget one. Green for Glasgow Celtic. Ah, right. Oh, you're going to bring that into it, are you? Yeah, it's religion, isn't it? It's religion. So that's about all I've got to tell you, really. Yeah, I found this. I bought this at Expo. Never really vaped it. I found it a bit quiet on flavour, to be honest. It's just, what is it? Raspberry cream. It was a bit muted. Do I build? Yeah. I put coils in. I don't make the coils, but the other week they had it's got some kick to it now. The other week they had a special offer on e-cig 1. And they were selling some wire, and it was only £2 a reel. So it was Clapton wire, so I bought them. I bought 3 spools of it because I thought, well, if all the coil makers go away, at least I've got something to wrap up. So I'll have to make myself some Claptons or something for RDA. You're still here, just configuring. Oh, you built your new computer. Mine seems to be struggling a bit. I put that new graphics card in, everything's been fine, and then all of a sudden, might just want to switch off again. When you put in the 4K stuff into render, as you're trying to go through what you've recorded, it seems to take ages to load it up, and it keeps stammering. But it renders it all right, but I don't know, maybe just ready for a 10-minute shut off like I had once before. Unless I delete the editing software and try again. The Rebel mod. See, I miss out on all this now. I don't do Instagram. Well, when Instagram doing a vape ban. Ghosting. It used to be brilliant. You used to have G+, and you'd be watching everybody building coils and all these real arty coils and that. But it's just got now, so they just seem to wreck everything, don't they? I didn't think that out very well. I've run out of bloody Diet Coke now. Well, I've been sat here for about 4 hours trying to edit. Well, not 4 hours, 3 hours editing stuff and coughing my guts up. Originally, I was going to go live at about 9:30ish, something like that, on my other channel. And then when I looked, it was 10:10. I thought, that's it. I have all colours of mad, even pink, but I prefer green. I don't know what. I don't really know. I've got red and green and blue and this one. I like the black one of these, although the light blue one is really nice as well. These are lovely. We're really well made. The chipset's nice in them and all. And he even sent me the leather case up. And I thought, well, I'll never use that. And then I put it in there yesterday, and it's pretty brilliant. Ah, right, regulated squonk. Yeah. They do some X-Aims, don't they? But they're a fortune. If you get the green ones, they're about $500. I don't know whether they're worth that. And you can't really get them over here, can you? Because they're from wherever. Yeah, so I'm a bit stuck. Last week I've been vaping that Posh Vape Jew cranberry shock sour that I have. But this time I put 1% less of shock in, and it's made a lot better juice. It was, when we was at the expo last year, I asked Brent from Bearded Viking customers. I said, what do you rent to that? He said, it's too dry for me. He said, obviously other people might like it, but he said, it's too dry for me. And that's, if you overload that shock in there, it makes it a bit dry. So I knocked it down a percentage, and it's a completely different juice. It's lovely. That's the only problem sometimes. I always make them somewhere like 8-9%, and depending what concentrates it is, for mouth to lung. The last 2 big bottles I've made, I've over concentrated them, so it's nearly ruined, isn't it? By the time you're fanning about with them. But it's a waste of the 12 milligram nicotine in 100 mil is a lot. So you have to try and get through it. I made a fruit one, but I can vape that okay in a pod. So I'll just use that in a pod. But there was another one I made, and it's not nice at all. But I've been vaping a black honey and Jack Daniels, and it stinks the house out. Absolutely stinks the house out. But it is bloody gorgeous. And I also made a salted caramel one as well. And that's really nice. But it was a salted caramel butter. It was lovely. How's the cat going? What, Jeff? He's on fire again now, is he? I thought we were going to lose him, I was bloody heartbroken. Because he's my little mate, like. Because obviously, like with Lou not being very well, he's like a big, cuddly hot water bottle, and he comes and sits with you, and he knows when you're not doing very well. He comes and bothers with you. And he wasn't very well, so I took him down the vets, and I took him back again, and he cost a fortune that time. And we worked it out. She'd been feeding him on this catkin stuff that came off it was advertised on Facebook. Really good quality meat. Well, it's a bit like somebody in my age group just eating red meat every day for the rest of my life. It upset his stomach. So they actually thought he was really poorly. So he went to the caterer and he come back and he was fine. So we started feeding him on this food again. And after about 3 or 4 days, you could physically or visibly see him going downhill. And I said to Sue, I'd try him on a different sort of meat if I were you. She said, why? I said, well, he's been fine until you started feeding him that again. Anyway, put him back on the cheaper stuff, on the normal stuff. I mean, when they advertise this stuff, they tell you, it's good fresh meat and that, but for an 11-year-old cat, it's probably just too strong for him, too much protein. Found a bottle of Vanilla Sky Serendipity in the back of the cupboard. Yeah, they're always the good ones, aren't they? Well, that's how I got back on the Posh Vape View. Just before I went on holiday, we were having the eating fitted, so we had to clean the cupboard out. And sure enough, there's 50 mils of cranberry shock sour. And it had been in there probably six months, maybe more. And I popped it in the tank and I thought, do you know what? That's bloody lovely. So when I come back off holiday, the 50 mil, I took it with me and I come back with, 10 left or whatever. And I thought, right, I'll make some more. But then I thought, well, I'm just going to give it a go. I'm just going to take a % out of the old shock. And then if I don't like it, I'll just put it in. Because you can always put it in, you can't take it back out. So I made 150 mil. And I've been, that's like maiden's water, that, doesn't it? But it's lovely. It's absolutely lovely. So when that nearly gets empty, I'll make another one. Your Dalmatian loves cats, not. Yeah, he's doing absolutely fine. He's just gone out. Cats are like that. They seem to sense when you're having problems. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. They do know. I mean, like, to say cats don't really, that one, they nearly talk to you. You said, do you want to go out? And he goes, whack. If I'm sat in here and he wants to go out to the toilet, he'll come in, he'll rub around my legs for about 5 minutes, and then he'll sit on my feet, and that means he wants to go out. And he'll do the same thing if I'm in the front room. He'll sit on my feet if he wants to go out. And it's just his way of telling you he wants to go out. And it's so clean. You don't have any trouble cleaning bloody cat muck up in the house, right? It goes out. But you get to know your cat, don't you? I mean, I come home on a Thursday, Sue's not here, and he'll be desperate to go out to the loo, and then you give him 2 or 3 minutes, and or 5 minutes, and then you open the door, and he'll come in, and then he'll have something to eat, then he'll have a quick rub round you, and maybe have a cuddle, and then he wants to go out, and he'll stop out all night. Cats love me, dogs not asked. I've never really been bothered about dogs. They've never really interested in me. So she was ordering alcoholic drinks over the text. A lovely gin and Sprite, because she's got the lurgy now. A lovely gin and Sprite would be nice. I don't encourage anybody to drink alcohol, so that's that. I'll have to go in a minute anyway. So she's inherited my lurgy. So by Thursday she should be rough as out. Both the grandkids have got it. Lou's got it. The youngest one come tonight. Poor little bugger. She's coughing her heart up. She's only 2. That's life, isn't it? I forgot what I was on about now anyway. Blame Sue for that. I've been watching Scott Wood. He seems to be enjoying himself in Benidorm anyway. Drinking heavily. Bless him. He went on the Saturday show the other night in his mankini. Yeah, dogs, that's what it was on about. Yeah, I've always stroked dogs, but I've never been really that bothered about them. That's just what I was going to say, mate. When we went to Guernsey, they got this dog, and I don't know what breed it was. It looked like a bit like an Irish wolfhound, and I don't really know, but bloody absolutely adore that dog. And I was laid in bed in the morning, and it's laid on the floor at the side of the bed looking at me, and I just tapped the bed, and it jumped on me. And I couldn't move. It was that big, this bloody dog. And I'm like, oh, thanks. And it's like, well, I'm stopping here with you. So after about half an hour, I said, you're going to have to shift. And off we went. But when I took it on the beach, and that, it was brilliant. I really enjoyed myself. But you need the situation, don't you? I mean, if I'd have been at work full time and then you come home at 11, 12 o'clock at night and you're trying to take the dog for a walk, it wouldn't be quite as much fun. I've always prepared dogs till I got one. And till I got my one and only cat, and he passed away last year. I tell you what, we had one. He was 22 when he went, and I cried like a bloody baby. It's like losing a family member. He was absolutely adorable, this cat, but he was well ready for off. He'd gone blind and all sorts of things. But when I thought I was going to lose Jeff earlier on in the year, I thought, Christ, not you and all. Because if you have a cat that wants to go out, it's always that thing, first thing in the morning, when you think, I hope the cat comes in. So you open the door and the cat don't come in. You're like, shit, where is he? And then he was up on the shed roof and then he was just meowing at me. He couldn't get down. I thought, oh, Christ, he's been hit by a bloody car or something. So we took him in and did all these tests, and then he come out and he was once so bad. Then he got really poorly again, so I took him back down, and that's when they did all sorts of tests on him. They said, oh, his spleen's inflamed. So whether high protein meat inflames your spleen, I don't know. But we've got a freezer full of it. Trying to find somebody to give it to. Yeah, it's right. Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah, because they're up close and personal, aren't they, cats? Oh, dogs are, aren't they? My daughter's got a rescued cross between a poodle and I don't know what they call it. I can't think what it is now. It's not a labradoodle. What's the other one? Cockapoo. That's what she's got. And he was a rescue one. So when he was younger, he used to run off out the door every time he left it open. But he's got a bit older now, and he can't be asked to run off. It's ever so funny because in the last couple of years, if he ran off and you got his lead out and said, come on, we'll go for a walk, he comes straight back to you. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. Well, that was a good thing in Guernsey because you're only 15 minutes away from a beach. So you used to open the door and say, come on, B, you're off to the beach. And you used to jump in the back. As soon as you got there, you let the dog off the lead and then I had one of them ball chuckers. Well, it was their ball chucker. I wanted a cloud chucker. It was a ball chucker. And we're firing these balls down the bloody beach to it, and it would just run round forever. And then it used to get like a bit warm, so it would go and have a lay in the sea. It was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. She knew, obviously she lived there, so she knew exactly where she was going. Right, it's time to listen to my intro because I've got a beautiful woman coming home who's not very well, bless her heart. Not that it's my fault. I would imagine the grandkids sent it over for both of us, but I'm going to make her a nice gin and lemonade up to cool her injured throat. I shan't be late to bed tonight because I'm buggered. That's the only trouble. You spend half your night coughing. And not enough sleeping. So say what I'm going to do, I'm going to take advice and I'm going to get some sexy lighting at the back of me that you get. But I don't know what I need. And I don't know how many I need. I think Mr. Pugs is probably the best one to ask. Because I think that's what he does for a job, isn't it? And here, one of them sort of people. Thanks very much, Mike. And love to yours as well. It's been nice to have a chat to you all. It's just nice when people come in. You're always guaranteed if you go live on the vape show, on the vape channel, somebody's going to nip in, aren't they? And it's easier to chat about vapes than it is to talk about walking. So, so I'll clear off and go and organise a lovely gin and lemonade. And you can listen to my sexy outro. Take care, everyone. Not sure when the next time we'll go live on this channel, but we will at some point. What you really got to ask me is why you're still sat there with your AirPods in, Mick, even though you're not listening to anything on the computer. I've had them in while I've been doing the editing. I could have took them out at 3/4 of an hour ago. So keep on vaping and don't let the buggers get you down. Catch you soon. Bye-bye.